give Roy and North Carolina credit. They made the plays down the stretch that you got to make to win games, and a 3-point shot, in the last play down the middle. They finished the plays that, again, terms outcomes of games. And again, we had opportunities. We had plenty of opportunities to finish out the game ourselves, different stretches of the game. We had a couple turnovers, probably under 3 minutes to go. I don't remember the exact time. Ball went between Fields' legs, went at corner. Stu's block shot there late. We missed a couple free throws too. When a game gets close like that, it all gets magnified a little bit. But as I said beforehand, I knew if you get Carolina's record, they're a very good basketball team. They got gobs of talent, and the guy that probably got them going at second half that we kept at bay the first half was Graves. He was a huge difference in that second half. But again, I'm proud of our kids. I'm proud of what they've accomplished. I'm proud of them staying together through all the adversity we've had. And it's not going to be two teams that don't have this feeling. A team that wins the national championship and a team that wins the NIT national championship. And what I heard for now is our two seniors, because it's a sad feeling for if you've been an athlete and you walk in that locker room for the last time with that jersey on, and it's the last time you're going to have it on. That's a different feeling than you never had, and you can't describe that feeling either. So I heard for our two seniors, Barry and Jarvis, who I think it's very obvious have been special players for us. I've been a part of 4 different championships in 4 years, and couldn't have asked to be around better people and better people to coach than those two guys have been, and they will be truly missed. Questions?
Rick, can you just give us your thoughts on that last play, what they did, what he did, how he did it?
That's just one of those plays, guys, in basketball that happens, and nobody can draw it up. Nobody can draw it up to shoot it like that, and and I guess they shot it over my guy too, over Jarvis, didn't they? I don't even many people do that, do they? So it's just a play in a game that happens, And again, I can't. I don't remember seeing how it all developed. I just know they set a back screen for him, and Jarvis switched off on the screen. Nothing different, and he didn't get no look. Am I right to say that? It wasn't no clean look. It was just kind of slung it up over his shoulder, and just the balance of the basketball. They had to play to do it, and kind of like that 3-pointer that Graves made 2 trips before that. Ray contested that shot, and he banks it in. So that's part of plays, part of basketball games. Sometimes they bounce your way, and sometimes they don't. You just got to make sure you separate yourself enough. Those plays don't matter, and that's what you got to do in those other 39 minutes.
What about the play there that ended with Barry's block shot? What was the call there, and when did you see it?
Well, I don't think he got fouled. I ain't no foul. Just probably didn't develop the way we wanted to. And it wasn't a block shot. They got the ball back on a block shot. That was a key. Stu was going to drive in there and hopefully could draw a foul on him. Scored or draw a foul right there, and did neither. Then they got the ball back. So, I think what was the score then?
You were down 2.
Down 2. They came down and missed a free throw at that point, didn't they?
Rick, you said anything to the guys or to Rick, to Barry and Jarvis in particular in the locker room?
Sure.
You can share.
I can share, most of it. I shared a lot with you already. Just, hey, how proud we are of them. And like I told everybody else in that room, hey, that feeling will come sooner than you think for everybody else in this room. But don't let it take away from anything you guys have done. You can't see it right now. And again, every team's going to have that feeling, except 2. And right now you can't see through that. But, hey, we're not going to let that take away what you've accomplished this year. And, again, you guys being a part of 4 championships. If I'm correct, there's probably not but one other player's done that, if I'm right, and that was Timmy Byers. Am I right, Dave? He's back here during that time. I think Timmy Byers, maybe the only other guy in history of school, is part of you guys been here, part of 4 championships. Well, that's a pretty elite group to be with, and those 2 guys are a part of it. Right now, you can't see all that, but one day you will, and you'll be proud of what you accomplished.
Did their play today kind of typify their careers? Jarvis playing well on defense and Barry getting some big free throws.
Yeah, Jarvis, I thought we extended his minutes second half more than we'd like to have, to be honest with you. Probably didn't sub him as much. And, I think he got subbed that one time and he got hit in the head. Sat there for a couple of minutes. I didn't think he had I think we wore him out a little bit second half down that stretch, but not subbing him. But those guys are. Barry Stewart's been a warrior. Barry plays 36 minutes. Jarv has 29 minutes, so he got some rest there. But I don't think there was much in that second half. But hey, they've been there every night, man. I count those guys defensively every night. The ball may not always bounce good for them offensively, but defensively most nights you can always count on them to show up.
Can you kind of assess what this team has coming back next year, or is it just too early?
Way too early for that. You guys know what we got coming back, so hey, way too early for that right now, Kyle. Hey,
in your lack of depth in certain parts, did you get as much or more mileage out of this team than any team you ever had?
I'll say this. If you told me before the season, you're not going to have Elgin Bailey, your backup center, you're not going to have Twanny, you're not going to have Sean, and you're not going to have Sidney, and these guys are still going to win a championship and go in the postseason SEC tournament and do what they did, I think we all would have taken it. We'll put it that way. I'm proud of what they did still. We all want more. When you get some, you want more. That's the way it is. But I don't think if we said we had that lineup before the season opened, I don't think we would have got the sum. We'd taken the sum right then. So I'm very proud of what they've been able to do. And because you got some done with them, you want more. And they've put themselves in position. I mean, I ain't got to tell you what they did in the SEC tournament. You guys know what they did. And again, they did it for 30-some-odd games, whatever we are, 24 and 36 games. 36 games, they found a way to do it. And fatigue problems, found a way to fight through it and push through it. We mix and match the best we could. And that's why I'm proud of what they did, very proud of what they did, because I think it's very obvious if you don't have all those injury problems, you guys know how much that would have benefited us this season. But that's what it is. Nobody feels sorry for you, and I didn't allow them to feel sorry for themselves. And again, they still found a way to win a championship. No one will ever take that away from them. And championships in this league are not easy to come by.
Coach, going back to those final seconds, right after Stewart got fouled and he's headed to the line, what was going through your head there with him shooting and you're down two?
Oh, I wouldn't have nobody at the line but Barry Stewart. He's just tough enough to go up there and make 2 free throws when you have to make them. He did the same thing in the SEC tournament when we're down. We're up 1 with, 9 seconds ago? He went up there and knocked down 2 to put us up 3. He's just tough enough to step up there and make the plays you got to make. And, we got him off the line. We got Jarvis and got Field, got everybody back off the line. Got them off the line. And again, just one of those plays, man. One of those plays a young man made it over top of Jarvis. And the percentage of times that's going to happen. Not very often.
Rick, they run that break all the time, but Roy said he doesn't like calling a timeout in that kind of a situation. Did you feel like that was coming, or did you feel like they would kind of stop it?
Wasn't anything coming, we hadn't seen coming all night. Just going to push it up the floor and try to get a shot off. 8 seconds left. We're going to drive down the middle. We knew nothing was a surprise what they did. It ain't no break. Just drive that sucker to hole. That's what that is. If you want to call that a break, well, they do that all the time. Everybody does that. Going to drive it to hole and get there and try to draw a foul. Try to do what you want. Just try to get it to the hole. And he did. He got it to the hole and just finished the play. And again, I didn't see exactly. I know he didn't get no clean layup. I don't know just how much he slung it up there or how he had to change his shot because of Jarvis. But I know he had to change something. He just didn't go up there and shoot a layup in front of Jarvis for sure.
Jarvis tied the single season SEC mark.
What did he do now?
Single season mark for blocks.
Oh, did he?
In the late minutes.
Single season. I mean, with that, that's a new stat I never heard of.
170.
So that was a new record. What was the old record?
170. He tied it. His own mark last year.
So it's kind of fitting his last game to set another milestone.
That's a good milestone right now. He'd probably have a hard time seeing that, but again, like I said, everybody has this bad feeling. They ain't gonna take away from anything that young man's done his career, guys. It's been very, very special, and it'll be. I'll miss him in there for sure. Next year, it's been great to have him in there these 4 years or 3 years where he's really a part of things, because he made it easier to do some different things. So I will dearly miss him next year in that paint.
that it?
All right, locker room still open for